We are live. Yes, we are live. How is everyone doing out there in the YouTube world? Happy Monday to y'all. Happy Monday. A lot of stuff went on over the weekend. We have the BET Awards where they honor Mr. Puff Daddy, where we saw a lot of performance. Lots of performance. Great performance too. Yeah, great performance. Mary came out, did her thing. Also, it was great to see that Dr. Taraji Henson got her doctorate and she was honored on stage last night. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Congratulations to you, Taraji Henson. I heard Anthony Anderson said that you helped him to get his college degree at one point at the same school. And yeah, so that's a good thing. Good thing, Taraji. Good thing, Dr. Taraji Henson. Dr. Taraji Henson. Oh yes. Like the jacket, by the way. Howard University have some nice jackets. Yeah, I should say. So once again, congratulations to you, Taraji. Dr. Taraji Henson. Congratulations to you. Job well done. You're a good host too, Taraji. You're a great host, You keep it nice and edgy. Yeah, so you're a great host. Can't take nothing away from you when it comes on to hosting because you did a good job. Taraji did a great job last night. And I said the ladies looked beautiful last night. My ladies of color, y'all looked beautiful last night. Beautiful. We saw some throwbacks, some new backs. Yeah, so y'all looked beautiful last night, ladies. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, guys, I just see on the screen today the show Runner on the screen. First, it was Tommy Sotomayor. Now, you see where Kwame Brown got flagged. They took his channel down, both his channels, and I don't know why people keep doing these things while everybody's using everybody's content to get around YouTube, and people still find the time to go out there and flag this young man while he's out there doing what he's supposed to do or what he like to do. I listen to Kwame Brown sometimes. It's live. So does Tommy Sotomayor. I listen to Tommy Sotomayor live. There's things that we can learn from both guys. Each one teach one. You know what I mean? But folks, let me know what you think about the removal of Kwame Brown's channel. Do you think that was fair? Because I need to know you guys' opinion. You think it was fair? Because we had Tommy, then removed Tommy's channel. Now Kwame. So small YouTubers like myself, I'll just try to be careful so they don't remove me. See, I gotta learn from example. I have to. But the fact is, I don't know why Kwame was removed. Or Tommy. I mean, I have a little idea about Tommy and how he was removed from YouTube. But when it comes down to Kwame don't really step on those toes like that. I know he and Vlad, when he went on that Vlad interview, they had their back and forth going on. But I don't think, Vlad. Do you guys think Vlad would have flagged down Kwame Brown? Let me know in the chat room. So you think Vlad would have flagged Kwame Brown, allegedly? I'm not saying Vlad did that, but, that was the last person that, you see Kwame in qualms with. Or you see other people out there like Mr. Skinny. And, he and Tommy Sotomayor was going back and forth, but Tommy is off YouTube for a little while. So I can't put Tommy in this mixed. I only had Tommy to the title because I see it happen to both these men, and hey, I live and I learn, I live and I learn. But I really don't know why and who, It's crazy. It is crazy. Let me know what you think, folks. Let me know what you think about Kwame getting flagged. Kwame's channel getting flagged. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up when you come in the chat room, please. And give me your opinion, because I don't understand why these people channels are getting flagged. Well, I see a lot of other channels out there, maybe different ethnicity. They're talking their talk, and I don't see where they get flagged. They use different materials as well, and I don't see where they get flagged. So for Kwame, I don't understand that, because he always thread the line, and I could say Tommy pushed the button a bit because Tommy liked to push the button. Hey, that's just Tommy. Tommy will push the button a bit, because he's a shiesty host. Even though most of the time he might tell the truth, but in his way, and it might comes off to us as irrational or just rude, but that's just how he talks, and we just have to accept that. But for Kwame, I don't understand for the life of me why they flagged both of his channels. I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But for all the people out there who are flagging, just remember, what goes around comes around. When you're taking food out of people's pocket, food off their table, just remember, what goes around comes around. It might not be Kwame or Tommy flag you, but it might be somebody else that's more malicious than them. Just flag you, or whoever is doing the flagging. You know what I mean? Or Kwame Brown. And Kwame used to kick a lot of gems on his show. That's why I like Kwame. Even though I respect Tommy and I like Tommy, and so I don't agree with everything that Tommy says, but at the same time, I watch the show, and I appreciate some of the content. I do appreciate some of the content, but sometimes it's just the way how it brings it to you. It might be a little bit, in some people's mind, rude. But you have to know a person before you could say they're this or that. That's just the way Tommy talks. That's just the way he brings forth his live stream. His energy is different. His vibe is different, So everybody can't be the same. He's very objective, speaks his mind, opinionated. Kwame, calm, collective, cool. Speak about his NBA career and people that jeer him along the way. Just speak about life, even though people were messing with Kwame at times where they pushed the needle, a couple of YouTubers. And I didn't see where this young man really went back maliciously and try to do anything. If anything, when he came in the game of YouTube, he tried to help small YouTubers. You know, yeah. Because I remember the first time I left Kwame Brown a comment in one of his videos, I didn't think he was going to respond to me. And by the time I wake up the next morning, he responded to me on my video, on my comment that I left him. And he also advised me to get in certain cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And this was like, going back quite a while. So with these two young men that we canceled, there's a lot that people, as far as their content is concerned, a lot of people piggyback off their content, replicate their content, and use it in their own show. Yeah. I've seen people using Kwame for over a year in their content. I've seen people using Tommy for over a year in their content. But it's just how the YouTube world goes. People create content off each other sometimes, or what you say, your beliefs or your politics, you know what I mean? It's just people rebuttaling from what somebody else might have said, I might not agree with what Kwame says, and I might rebuttal, on the stage of Kwame. That doesn't mean that, we're arguing. Sometimes the needle got pushed a little far, but, I can't really support any type of, crazy behavior. But when I came to YouTube, man, it was more humble. But then I started to follow a couple of other, people of color channels. And I have to tell you, man, some of these channels are great. But then you have others who are beefing over what? I don't understand. Because YouTube is a big market, big world, big. You can't fill it up. We can't fill it up. YouTube. You have to understand. Online platform. You can't fill it up. It's there for any and everybody who want to create content and also help others by dispersing certain type of content that you might be able to help people. Things that you went through in your life, experiences. Stuff that you could pass on to the younger generation. And change somebody's life, because on these platforms, if we just change one person's life individually as a content creator, if we just change one person's life, I think we do great. So sometimes we don't have to be hostile. Sometimes when a person says something to you or something about you, don't feed into it. Don't buy into their rhetoric. Let's move on with what you have up here as far as your aspirations, your dream, and your inspirations, and also what you want to pass on to the young generation, and even generation like myself as well. Because we're never too old to learn. You know what I mean? So it's very sad to see that Kwame's channel was flagged, but hey, it's no surprise. I see it happen to Tommy Sotomayor. He came back on different channels and he got flagged again. I guess it's just the nature of the game, but it sucks. It sucks. And then sometimes when you check these things out, it's your own kind who is doing these things to you under the quiet. Because Kwame, it's a person that came up there and used their avatar. They never used their real name. That's just one suspect. And the other suspect, I guess they're not going to name. But that's fine. I'm sure, eventually people will know who flagged who, But Kwame will rebound. He will rebound because don't forget in the NBA, he grabbed a couple of rebounds. He was always, grabbing off the board, grab his rebounds. So he will rebound back on YouTube. And I think he will come back even stronger because I guess now all this is like a teaching lesson and also a learning lesson for Kwame that, everybody on YouTube, their smiles ain't genuine. And that goes for me as well. Everybody on YouTube, their smile ain't genuine. Because even though we don't pay to have a YouTube page and blog and stuff like that, we still have cutthroats. Cutthroats and connivers who, let me tell you something, man. Sometimes you have to be patient with your channel. Not because you see this man getting certain amount of views or have certain amount of followers and stuff like that. You know, a person you're going to be envy of that person. You know, your chance will come as a content creator. You will build your own audience as a content creator, and people will follow you for what you believe in and they believe in. As long as you're spitting the real truth about yourself, your contents, and what you believe in. People will respect you for what you believe in more, you know what I'm saying? Rather than you just trying to piggyback off somebody else's belief. Because I think we should all have our own beliefs, you know, because everybody's destiny is not the same, you know, everybody's journey is not the same. You know what I mean? So we have to do better as far as how we go about dealing with, you know, our own kind. We have to be more considerate, be more mindful of the damages that we could cause. It's very important, folks, because when you look at YouTube, say months ago, even though half of the time I couldn't stand Tommy, I ain't gonna lie. Half of the time I'm like, this son of a, you know what? But he was entertaining, still entertaining. You know, Kwame Brown, laid back, you know, with the country vibe, but at the same time, he spit the content to us as well, you know, in his own way. So everybody have their own way of dispersing their contents. You know what I mean? So we all can't be the same, and I just think we all should learn how to get along in these YouTube space, because it's a big space. You know, you a lot of people, you know, broadcast from their home. You know what I mean? And it's just a great pleasure that you could broadcast from your home on YouTube. So I think that's, you know, a great tool for us to have. And no one should envy no one when it comes on to you know, what they're doing as far as, you know, views, followers, and people that they're, you know, incorporating in their shows. You know, we just have to learn how to juggle and finagle ourselves and become better at what we do instead of grudging someone else. You know, become better at what we do. You know what I mean? You could even just look back and learn off someone their art, you know, and then you could become better yourself at your art. You know, yeah, instead of being jealous. You know, because when people get jealous, then they get also malicious and do malicious things. You know, and some of these things are not warranted, man. They're not called for. You know, we just have to learn how to, you know, live as one. Yeah, we have to. Because if not, the cycle is just going to keep repeating itself. You know, it is. So we have to learn how to live as one, as people. We see what's going on out there with the laws that are passed in, you know, the Roe versus Wade, Roe v. Wade law that passed, sadly, this past week, you know, where a lot of women's rights were taken away from them. Each one, you know, entitled to their opinion. But, you know, it's very sad to see that, you know, if a lady, you know, got pregnant, regardless of the fact, if they were molested or incest or just casual pregnancy, you know, they can't decide if they want to keep it or, you know, you know, abort it, you know. So it's like they don't have a choice with something that's growing in their stomach, you know, inside of them. And I looked at that and I'm like, this is really insane. I sound like Tommy right now. Tommy Sotomayor, what's going on? Shout out to you. You know, this is really insane. Also, Kwame Brown, shout out to you, man. You know, this is really insane what's going on. You know what I mean, folks? First, you know, a couple of weeks ago, you know, you have the baby food shortage where we have to get a lot of stuff from Germany. You know, shelves have no food. You know what I mean? No, you have the Roe versus Wade overturn law. This law has been in effect for over 50 years. Over 50 years. And now you see where, you know, it's overturned, and you see the hoorah and the hoopla that's going on with demonstrations. You know, because it's pretty much, to me, it's like taking away somebody's rights on their choices, of how they raise and also bring a family into this world. You have to be prepared. That's one of the greatest things financially, so most of the times, to bring forth a child in this world. You have to be prepared. It's all about yourself to bring forth a child in this world. So if a lady's not ready because maybe she want to finish school or she want to further her education, it should be her choice. It should be her choice, in my opinion. It should be. So what went on last week? It's harsh, but we'll see what happens. Moving on to the next topic. Ray J on the verses. Wow. Well, you see, Ray J, I don't know what was happening to you, but you should have put that baby down. Maybe your voice would have sound a little bit better. You sound like one of those Mack truck that was just barking down the road. A parakeet could have did better than you, Ray J. A parrot could have did better than you. I saw Brandy at the BET Awards last night rapping. And Brandy, your sister Brandy, she killed it. Brandy said, I'm harder than Ray J glasses. I am harder than my brother's Ray J glasses. She took it there. Brandy killed it last night with her rap. I didn't even know Brandy could have rap. When I saw Brandy came out with that rap and she just going at it on that beat, I was like, holy smokes. I remember the Brandy where she was just always have those iconic songs that we always listen to, and also the one with Monica that I love so much. I can't remember it right now. But Brandy, her talent, man, is just phenomenal. Because don't forget she's an actress, Moesha, and she sings. She was a platinum artist, on top of the world at one point, and now she's rapping, and she sounds damn good, if you ask me. She sounds good. Yeah, so kudos to you, Brandy, for doing your thing last night, and shout out to you, Puffy, for getting your honors. Mary J, you did a good performance. Also, you won an award last night. Shout out to you guys. And how about this young lady from Philadelphia? I mean, she's pulling in some awards. She's doing a great thing as far as putting her music together. She did a great piece that she won a couple of awards on. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's great. So the show last night, man, was amazing. On the BET Awards, you see Mariah Carey came out. Who would have thought? Because I didn't expect Mariah Carey to come out last night. We see people like Debbie Allen came out with the Howard University presentation for the host last night. Dr. Taraji Henson, salute to you. Salute to you. Job well done. Education, folks. Let me tell you, man, kids, education. Pay attention to your education because that's the key. That's the key. That's the key, kids. Pay attention to your education. So yes, folks, back to where we saw on the topic that I have on the show was Tommy. First it was Tommy Sotomayor. Now it's Kwame Brown's channels being flagged. Two of Kwame's channels, not one, two, have been flagged. And the person who did it are persons, I don't know. I think it's an unfair game. If you see that this young man was using something of yours as far as material, I think you could have emailed him or contact him in a certain other way and said, hey, stop using my material or take that video down. Knowing Kwame Brown, he would have. And he would have also apologized. I can't say the same for Tommy Sotomayor. They're two different species. Kwame's a little bit more understanding. You can speak to Kwame and you could get results. Also Tommy, but Tommy's going to give you a lecture before he gives you anything else. You know what I mean? Different species, But at the same time, it's very sad to see both these young black men that are coming up on YouTube come strong. Tommy has been on YouTube now since what, 2012 or maybe 2013. Tommy is the longest reigning man of color on YouTube. Long before what's his name that passed away just the other day? Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels stole a lot of Tommy Sotomayor style, materials, content, whatever you want to call it. And you see, Kevin Samuels at one point was on top of the world in the YouTube space, and sadly, he lost his life about a month or so ago. May you rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. It was also another trendsetter on YouTube, so we have to give respect to these folks that came along and paved the way for others. We might not agree with their rhetoric, but also we could still give them respect. There's nothing wrong with giving the person respect. Nothing, So yes, folks. So what do you think about this flagging of Kwame Brown's channel? Comment down below, folks, because before it was what? Tommy Sotomayor. Now it's Kwame Brown. And Kwame Brown was flagged on both his channels. Okay? Not one, but on 2 channels. They took down. So let me know what you think, about this flagging of Kwame Brown's channels, and maybe who you might think, has something to do of Kwame Brown's channel. Because when I look at it, I didn't see no reason for people like Mr. Skinny to go out and flag Kwame's channel. So I'm like, okay, I don't think that's Mr. Skinny's work. It's somebody else. And from what I understand, that person always, an avatar in Kwame's chat. Not never really put up their real photograph. They just put up an avatar of themselves and hide behind the wall. Call these these are ghost subs, in my opinion. Ghost subs, They come on your channel and they create a havoc for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. They just look at you and look at the channel and just hate your guts for no reason. Then if you hate my guts, then why come on my channel? Why come and listen to me? There's a lot of places you could go on YouTube. You don't need to listen to me. Go somewhere else. Don't create a havoc for me on my space, on YouTube. Don't create a havoc for me. Because you could go to a lot of different places to listen to different contents that will fit your criteria. So that's why I'm saying, there's a lot of space here, a lot of different creators, content creators, in every which way that people could find to suit their needs. So if you don't like this person's content, go down the dial to the next channel. Move on to the next channel until you find what you like. You don't have to sit there and watch me if you don't like me and then try to flag me. You see what I'm saying? That's not cool. You could go to another channel and watch and forget about me on my channel. If you want to wish me well, fine. You could also give me a cash app. I don't care. I appreciate it. $ Raymond Nugent. Or you give me a super chat. Fine. You can criticize me and whatever the case may be. But then go down the dial. You can find something else that fits your criteria. But hopefully I think we should see Kwame Brown back on YouTube sometime soon again. Maybe create another channel. I see they still have gems from Kwame Brown. I just watched one today. Still uplifting, Yeah. So folks, let's do better in this YouTube world. Let's not take these YouTube beef too personal. It's just people talking. Some of us anyway, agreeing and also disagreeing, and agree to disagree with each one. So let's not take it personal to a certain extreme. You know, I don't think that's warranted. Let's lead by example and try to do better because we can. Because every wake up, we should say, you know what? I want to be a better person today than I was yesterday. And slowly, we can change our ways of thinking, of liking, and maybe even learn to love. Because a lot of people don't even don't know how to love. And that's another thing in the black community. That's why you see the aggression sometimes. Young men had no fathers, grew up in a single home, never know how to really love because he wasn't shown love, didn't have a father to express certain things to him, and he just grew up in this world and think it's a doggy dog world and just act off what he know. So when you see a young man on this platform, on these platforms, talking to kids and stuff like that, and try to change a person, try to encourage them in a better way, don't try to flag them. Encourage them. You might not like their content, but like I said, you could move down the line. And if you want to stay on their channel and listen to their content, yes, you could comment and stuff like that, but you don't have to flag people. What's the point? What do you get out of that? What do you get out of it? Say, I take this person's channels down. You don't get paid for it. Does it make you sleep better at night? It's ridiculous. Folks, let's stop the nonsense. There's a lot of grown folks on YouTube that are acting like children. Let's stop that. Because just remember, a child does what they see. And when your kids see you doing all these nonsense all over the internet, they might not seeing you, they're seeing. And some of it is embarrassing to your kids when they're at school with their friends and looking at YouTube and looking at people of color of a certain age acting a fool. Sometimes your kids might get teased by that. That's how far it could go. That's why we have to be more mindful and also be careful how you spit contents on these platforms. I live with chronic pain. My channel is about chronic pain, but I also do other things, on this one channel. I speak about other things because chronic pain is a large scale, large umbrella. There's a lot of things that comes under the umbrella of chronic pain. And I speak on that in many different ways. Sometimes I might step out of my comfort zone and take on a different, topic where I address different things because I just wanted to be more rounded, my platform where I could address a lot of people. So yes, folks, we don't have to be this malicious. We can do better. Each one teach one. Chronic pain, being a demon. Who feels it, knows it. Peace.